So Acting Consumer Financial Protection Bureau Director Mick Mulvaney has declared a brand new mission for the CFPB. Now, according to an email first obtained by ProPublica and then confirmed by The Hill, is what they call a direct rebuke from Mulvaney's predecessor. Now, that is Richard Cordray, who recently quit as head of the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau to go run for office. Well, why would you do that? Like, we kind of need you here. Now we've got somebody who doesn't actually give a shit about consumers, about protecting consumers. In fact, Cordray, his stated goal at the CFPB was to push the envelope, right, on financial sector oversight. You know how he did that? By actually giving the financial sector some oversight. We actually needed that. I know we haven't really had all that much oversight before. That's kind of why we had a financial crisis in 2008. It's kind of why the economy completely tanked and wiped out the pensions and the livelihoods of so many people, right? So we had this big financial crash. So they actually got some oversight, and Cordray's like, I'm going to push the envelope. And by all intents and purposes, he did. He actually did a great job at the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. He actually went after some of these banks and actually got some, recourse for some of these people that were actually screwed out of, their money, homes, things like that by these big companies. Now, Mulvaney comes in and he says, yeah, forget all that, right? He said his Cordray's mentality, quote, frightens me a little, and then insisted in this letter, in this email, that he would reorient the Bureau towards enforcing and not creating laws. We're going to get to how he's enforcing these laws, right? But let me break this down. So Mulvaney looks at Cordray and says, oh man, his mindset frightens me. The thought of actually going after corporations that screw over the consumers, that is scary. That frightens me. It gives me nightmares. Really? How are these corporations supposed to make money with all these stinking rules from the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau? They are breathing down our necks. We don't like it. We hate it. We hate it. This is why Mulvaney, when he was in the Senate, first, he voted against the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. He didn't want it created in the first place, right? And then voted to kill it countless times with the rest of the Republicans. He once called this a sick, sad joke. I know what the sick, sad joke is. And it's not the agency that's actually there to protect consumers. Now, in his email, he writes, the law mandates that we enforce consumer protection laws. And we will continue to do that under my watch. He also explained that he pledged not to shut down the Bureau because, quote, the law doesn't allow that. Hey, man, look, if I could, I'd shut it down today. I hate this department. I love giant multinational corporations. I love the payday lenders. They give me so much money. They gave me lots of campaign contributions when I was in the Senate, and I'm just giving their return on investment. That's what this is. But this stupid law, Dodd-Frank, which we're dismantling at the moment, but look, it makes me pretend to have to give a shit, right? To actually have to do something. But, as I'm going to show you, they're not doing anything. And in fact, they don't plan to do anything. He said in the email, quote, the days of aggressively pushing the envelope of the law in the name of the mission, again, the mission to protect consumers, are over. Meaning that he has no plans on protecting anyone from the banks, from financial institutions, at all. Enforcement, who cares? No. Look, that's why he asked for no funding. No additional funding at all. He asked for $0 from the Federal Reserve. Hey, man, look, we got enough money to do what little enforcement we plan to do. It's not like we plan to actually do anything and actually go after the banks. A lot of the payday rules that we have put out, we have rescinded, actually, because we don't care. We're going to let the corporations and the banks do whatever the hell they want. That's their plan for the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. But get a load of the justification. I love this, right? Prepare to get angry. He said, we don't just work for the government. We work for the people. Those who use credit cards and those who provide those cards. Those who take loans and those who make them. Those who buy cars and those that sell them. If we crack down on these companies, well then, we could trigger some damage that could linger for years. And we could end up costing employees jobs, savings, and homes. We don't want to do that. We don't want to punish them too hard because then the corporations are going to take it out on the people. We don't want that to happen. We're just protecting the people. No, you're not. You're not protecting the people. You're protecting the banks. Look, I can give you some examples of financial institutions that have actually cost employees their savings and their homes by doing schemes that end up making these companies billions of dollars while screwing over people. Now, if you remember Steve Mnuchin, right? Steve Mnuchin is Donald Trump's Treasury Secretary, so he is in the administration right now. Now, when he was running One West Mortgage, right, he had foreclosed on a 90-year-old woman's house over a total of 27 cents. How's that for predatory? Now, if the same thing were to happen today with the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau under Mick Mulvaney, do you think he's going to go after it? Absolutely not. I would be shocked if he actually gave a damn about going after these kinds of and enforcing these laws against that kind of predatory capitalism. Look, these companies have existed before, and they still exist. And Mulvaney knows this. And look, what he's doing is he's saying, he's giving the message of, hey, man, all clear. I know you had to deal with this damn Consumer Financial Protection Bureau under President Obama, but now I'm here. I'm your friend, so you can go and do whatever the hell you want. In fact, there's examples of this. And according to NPR, under Mulvaney, the CFPB put a hold on a rule that would restrict payday lenders and high interest rate loans. So there were rules that were going to go into effect to kind of police these payday lenders because what they would do is that their high interest loans would end up putting poorer people into a debt trap. So, oh man, look, I got to get a payday loan. Oh no, it looks like I can't pay the interest, so I'm going to have to get another payday loan. On and on and on. And it traps people, right? The agency also has dropped a lawsuit against online lenders that charged 900% interest rates. So that's to show you, if you've never taken out a payday loan, then you don't understand how high of interest that they can actually charge. I had taken out a payday loan once before. Now, lucky for me, I was able to pay it back because I had a pretty decent job at the time, and I had a bit of an emergency pop up. So like, oh man, I don't really want to go to a payday loan, but what are you going to do? I don't have the extra cash laying around. But at least I get paid. And yes, the interest rates back then, this was like 2003, 2004, somewhere around there, I got hit with a pretty high interest rate on this small loan. Luckily, it was a small loan. But there's a lot of people that get trapped in these loans, like I said. And if you're trapped in a loan with 900% interest, you ain't never getting out of that trap. Now, do you know why, though, Mick Mulvaney has decided to drop this lawsuit and to basically put a hold on these rules? It's because he takes money from the industry. It's the easiest question to answer. According to campaign finance records, Mulvaney had taken over $60,000 in campaign contributions from payday lenders when he was in Congress. That's the sick, sad joke here. Look, when you have somebody who was put in a position that actually wanted to get rid of that agency, and you put him in the head of the agency, what do you expect is going to happen? He was there to eliminate the agency. That's why Trump put him there. That's why the Republicans recommended him. Because, hey, man, look, you want somebody to take down the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. That's the guy. This isn't an accident, right? This is what happens when you allow unlimited sums of money in our elections. You end up getting people who work for the corporations getting put into positions of power, who will then give them their return on investment at your expense. The way to solve this problem is to remove the corruption. In order to remove the corruption, you've got to get the money out of politics. It all comes down to the money. If you get rid of the money, you get rid of the corruption. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent progressive media, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/TYTNation.